Welcome back to this explainer. Now, for today's session, I want you to think of me as your personal mentor because we are walking through the absolute final, most crucial step of your financial graduation. We're basing our game plan today on the powerhouse concepts from session 30 of Steve Green's book, Financial Health in the 30 Steps From Debt Chaos to a Balanced Budget. Listen, if you've been following Green's framework with us, you already know the grueling effort it takes to get here. You've dug deep, you've faced the scary numbers head on, and you put in the sweat equity. So today, we're not going to sit here and debate dry, boring economic theories. No way. We are building something permanent. We are constructing your personal money playbook, which is literally your control panel for long-term stability. Let's dive right in.
I am no longer reacting to money. I am directing it. I want you to just pause and really let the weight of that sink in for a second. If you've successfully stabilized your debts and wrestled that monthly budget into submission, reading this declaration should bring you this massive wave of relief. That calm? That is undeniable proof that you are actively transitioning out of that exhausting, desperate phase of just putting out daily financial fires. You're stepping into true financial leadership now. It's a huge psychological shift. You are officially at the helm.
All right, to lock down that leadership, here is our agenda for building your manual today. We'll hit 1. Your new financial identity. 2. Building your financial house. 3. The monthly operating system. 4. Your stress protection protocol. 5. Surviving mistakes and temptations. And 6. Your long-term vision plan. Simple enough, right? Let's keep moving. Okay, kicking things off with section 1, your new financial identity. Before we even look at a single spreadsheet, we really have to talk about who you've become. Look at the difference here between temporary change and true skill acquisition. You know why most crash diets or extreme budgets completely fail? Because they rely entirely on fluctuating motivation and raw emotional energy. And let's be real, motivation is a fickle friend. It vanishes after a terrible day at work or when you're just exhausted. But skill acquisition, that relies on stable structure and repeatable systems. So when you're dead tired and motivation fails you, your acquired skills step up to catch you. So how do we make those skills stick? Identity. Your identity drives your long-term habits way better than any temporary goal ever could. I want you to pick a persona. Maybe you are the buffer guardian, fiercely protecting your savings. Or maybe you're the debt slayer. This isn't just a cute game. It is literally narrative engineering inside your brain. You are rewiring your mindset because human beings naturally act in ways that match who they believe they are. I mean, if you truly believe you're a debt slayer, you aren't going to casually swipe a credit card for some luxury you don't even need, right? Moving right along to section 2, building your financial house. Let's see how this identity builds something tangible. Let's use a visual metaphor here, kind of like a giant blueprint. You aren't living in financial chaos anymore, pitching a leaky tent and just praying the wind doesn't blow it over. You have built a rock-solid house. Your budget is the unshakable foundation holding it all up. Your cash flow, that's the plumbing. It used to leak out of a dozen invisible holes, but now every pipe is sealed tight and water goes exactly where you tell it to. Your emergency fund acts as thick insulation, keeping the bitter cold of unexpected emergencies outside. Your relapse-proofing habits are your state-of-the-art security system, and your future milestones make up your renovation plan. A house built this well can easily weather the storms. All right, section 3, the monthly operating system, because a beautiful house still needs regular maintenance. To keep things running smoothly without burning out, you need daily and weekly rituals. The game changer here is the weekly 5-minute review. Seriously, 5 minutes. This is a non-negotiable ritual, exactly like brushing your teeth. You log in, check your bank balances, review upcoming bills, verify that your spending matches your goals, and track your debt progress. The magic of this? Zero emotion. It's just data. You course correct incredibly fast with absolutely no drama. And look at this routine. Your paychecks are no longer stressful surprises. They are planned, strategic missions. Every time you get paid, you run this exact sequence. First, move the bill money to a holding account. Second, fund your absolute essentials. Third, launch your debt attack payment. Only after all that is secure do you allocate what's left for lifestyle and fun. It's an airtight sequence guaranteeing your survival and progress first. And all of that perfectly feeds into your version 2.0 budget, balancing across these 5 pillars. Essentials cover your survival. Progress is your debt payoff or major savings. Protection pads that emergency fund. Lifestyle is your guilt-free fund money. And the flex line is a little buffer for when you inevitably miscalculate a bit. Distributing your money across these 5 pillars every single month turns total chaos into a calm, humming machine. Which brings us to Section 4, your stress protection protocol. Because, hey, life happens.
Let's be real, what happens when life throws a massive curveball? Say a sudden drop in income? Instead of freezing up and panicking, you deploy the emergency ladder. Step 1, hit those financial buffers you've been building. Step 2, aggressively slash all non-essential spending. Step 3, proactively negotiate with billers. And remember, that doesn't mean begging. It means calling them before you miss a payment to ask for a hardship pause. Step 4, find ways to temporarily bump up your income. You act fast, you communicate early, and you never hide from the numbers.
Now, you might be wondering, why do we need this written down beforehand? Well, cognitive psychology actually proves that under immense stress, your brain's working memory literally shuts down. The mental fog of a crisis makes it almost impossible to invent a smart plan on the fly. So a pre-written playbook acts as your cognitive shield. It entirely removes the need to make complex, exhausting decisions when your bandwidth is completely fried. All right, on to Section 5, surviving mistakes and temptations. Even with an awesome shield, you're human. What happens when you walk into a store and see a sale that feels like an absolute once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Or what if you just slip up and spend too much at dinner? Listen, the true test of financial maturity isn't being completely flawless. It's all about how you bounce back from shopping temptations and slip-ups without burning your newly built financial house to the ground. So next time you feel that burning urge to impulse buy outside of your plan, pause. Remember this rule. Clarity before emotion. When you're stressed out, check the actual numbers, because I promise you, the math rarely matches the anxiety in your head. And when you're tempted, check the plan before you swipe the card. That tiny pause between impulse and action is the practical habit that keeps your system alive in moments of weakness. But let's say you do mess up. No big deal. You just activate the 72-hour reset. You have exactly 3 days to catch the mistake, log it, and adjust your other categories to absorb the hit, gracefully and with zero shame. Internalize this right now. In lifelong money management, the speed of your recovery is infinitely more important than impossible perfection.
Finally, we've arrived at Section 6, your long-term vision plan.
To make sure this momentum doesn't just fade away after graduation, you need to anchor your direction. You do this by writing a highly specific 12-month vision. Literally write out, in 12 months, my financial life will look like, and then fill in the blanks. Define the exact savings balance. Define the exact, down-to-the-penny debt you're going to wipe out. By giving your daily habits a concrete target, you are basically manufacturing your own long-term motivation on demand.
As we wrap up this explainer, look back at the incredible journey you've made from total debt chaos to this unshakable foundation. You don't need motivation anymore. You have a system. You have the skills, the daily rituals, and the playbook. So I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Now that you're armed with this unstoppable, bulletproof operating system, what kind of financial example are you going to become for the people around you? Keep directing your money and keep building that amazing future.